All right.
Hello, hello.
Can you guys hear us? Because we can't hear us through the headphones. So
We
We
may
just-
need some audio help here real quick, guys.
yeah. But if these mics work, at least we can talk to you. We can hear each other. We're sitting right next to each other. So just
Anxiously waiting for
let
the
us
chat.
know. They can hear us. Okay.
Okay, thank
Cool.
you, Rowan.
All right. Well, that's good. I mean, the headphones don't work, but at least we got something.
The mics are good. We're all set. We can continue.
Yeah, mics are good.
Hey, Gina.
We're popping in from Las Vegas, everybody.
Thank you, Crystal. All right. We are in Las Vegas. We are setting up for, hey, Chanel. We are setting up for a really cool podcast, one that we've never done before, technically. We have Gino Bernardo, an amazing head chef who's out here. He's the head chef at the Summit Club, Discovery Land property in Las Vegas, and along with a big storied career that we're really excited to chat about. But yeah, we're out here. Setting up a little BTS action.
Yeah.
We got the split screen going. I got my new municipal hoodie with the Summit Club logo on it. We're rocking. And I'll shut up now. Brock, how are you doing?
Well, my lower back is firing right now as I've done this drive to Vegas 3 times in 3 days. 2 days.
You're a traveling man.
But I'm good. Good. It's good to be back. Like you said, I'm excited to shoot this podcast with Gino today. He's a legend. Did you tell him? Did you say what we were doing during the podcast?
No, I left it for you.
Perfect. Okay, so during this podcast, Gino is a world-renowned chef. He's worked with everybody, and he is the top of his game, and he is going to cook for us live while we do the podcast. We're shooting it a little different, a little more. I don't know. I think it's gonna be fun. It's something different. It's gonna be fun, but we're gonna get some really really good food and have a good time, and we're excited to share it with you guys. But yeah, coming live from Vegas.
Yeah, it'll be cool. We're gonna get some recipes and some stories and cooking with celebrities, and I know he has a lot of fun family secret recipes he can share with us, and we'll see how it goes. Spencer, Robin, and Jennifer, say hi.
Hi, guys.
I don't know if you caught that, but he said, hey, guys. And there's some news we wanted to cover, too, in the world of entertainment and business and tech and astronomy, actually. One of my favorite topics.
It's a little weird not having the headphones on. I'm not gonna lie.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm still getting used to it.
Yeah.
But as long as they're hearing us and we're all good.
If I look, on yours, if I look to the left, I'm looking to the right. Why is it? It's flipped. Oh, that's funny.
So, a couple things. Some pretty big news with all of the CEOs of all the big social media companies like Meta, X, Discord, TikTok. All the CEOs are testifying in front of Congress on January 31st, and they're addressing essentially security issues and inappropriate content that they claim to be guarding against for children. But haven't been, I guess. But we'll see. It's going to be really big news, and Zuckerberg. I'm not. It's not Elon. He hired that new CEO, I think. But yeah, that'll be something to look out for in about 2 weeks. Brock, how do you think these CEOs will handle this? How do you think the problem has been, in the past? Like, do you feel that these platforms are secure for children and there's enough safeguards in place?
And when you say it, you mean like Facebook and Instagram and kind of like
Meta,
platform,
X,
TikTok.
Discord, TikTok. Yeah, all the big ones.
I don't know. I wouldn't say for kids, no. I don't think it's. I think it's. And that's the internet too. The internet's a crazy place, right? But I don't think there's enough safeguards. Personally, there's too much risque stuff online. Especially Twitter's always been. I don't ever use Twitter, but it is like you could have anything on Twitter, right? Like people post some pretty scantily clad type stuff.
New word.
But yeah, TikTok. I think a lot of stuff too, just in general, has kind of been they're pushing the limits on things they shouldn't. I guess I don't know. There's a little too much skin showing out there.
Yeah, and like, you know, Elon's big thing has been, what's the line of like, his whole thing is like freedom of speech, right? But this isn't really. It's kind of freedom of expression, but it's more security and children and safe content, right? So it's like a different fight. It's not really the one.
It's one thing to say something. It's a different thing to show something.
Yes.
And I think there's stuff on the internet. I mean, I get videos of. I don't even know if I could say them, but people losing their life is being shown on Instagram all the time. Like that's insane.
I know YouTube has a big problem with that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it'll be an interesting trial, or it's not. I guess it's not a trial; it's a hearing. But you know, it'll be interesting to see what they say. That's in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Another thing with Google and YouTube is Google has been limiting YouTube pages on Google searches. There's been a huge decrease in YouTube pages appearing in Google searches, and you know, they're getting a lot of heat for it, and you always wonder, we're going into 2024, it's an election year, does that have anything to do with it? Are they cracking down on censorship? You just don't know. But you know, it's so hard to like get information, and obviously we love YouTube, we love being on the platform, I think it's a great platform, but it is owned by Google, and you know, sometimes it could be as simple as changing the algorithm and people catching up with that. But there has been a drastic decline in the searches. What do you think about that, Brocky?
So wait, what's exactly? It's like Google and YouTube are what exactly? Like,
so the YouTube pages aren't. It's funny. I'm like looking right, but I should be looking at the screen. YouTube pages are appearing drastically less in Google searches, right?
Oh,
so if you search for something on Google, as a creator, as a YouTube creator, we're less likely to show up in that Google search. And that's what it's been showing.
But you said it's owned by, YouTube is owned by Google.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be like counterproductive? Like that's
right.
You would want one of your companies to be more successful, wouldn't you? Unless it's like easily accessible, more easily found. Wouldn't that be like the reverse of what you'd want, I feel?
You'd assume, right? I mean, that's perfectly logical to me. I think it's more of like could just be an algorithm change or a censorship thing, but I don't know, man. It's these ones are tricky, right? It's like these are giant companies, biggest companies in the world, and even a minor shift in like an algorithm can really affect a lot of people and a lot of people's livelihood. And
think about that with Instagram. I mean, how many times has there been an issue where you couldn't post or look at your feed or the engagement or whatever it may be? One algorithm got changed. I've got a lot of friends who are big influencers, and obviously I've done it for a while. But they know people at, the headquarters of companies like YouTube, and
they have like insiders kind of.
Yeah, exactly. And there's been moments where even the people that were working there, something got changed, and they're like, we have no idea what happened or how to fix it, and we're trying to figure it out. And it just brings down the whole system, or changes it. But everything's evolving, everything's changing. Some things are the way people are digesting content, seeing content, wanting to view it. It's different. And then the ability to reach people is getting, I think, to a degree, more difficult, I think. Some people are still excelling very great, but it's also, that's the ebb and flow of life. you know, and it's the same thing with content. There's different types of content creators that connect in this time, in this moment. But you know, a year from now, 6 months from now, 5 years from now, it might not be the case. So
Yeah.
it's ever evolving, but I don't know. There's a lot. That's interesting. I don't know.
A lot going on there. Well, we'll pay attention to it and keep everyone updated on how it progresses. Moving on to our entertainment news section.
Robin said it best. They always have to screw with a good thing.
Right. And Gina, too, like kind of going back to that first convo, drawing the line between freedom of speech and taking it too far. I mean, that's absolutely right. And it's kind of like an ever-changing thing, kind of figuring out where those goalposts are. Coachella headliners for 2024. There's some rumors out there. Tyler, the creator, is maybe one of them. Who else? Brock, who would you like to see headline Coachella?
I'd give it a shot.
You? All right, a little country music. I like that.
I'll give. Oh yeah,
It
would
helped
have
the
to be
podcast.
country. Yeah. Well, who was it? Stagecoach Post Malone is supposed to be headlining. He's coming out with a country album. Or
I have some offline news to tell you.
insider.
Remind me
info.
of that.
Sorry, we're not sharing that with you guys.
Oh, Doja Cat's another one in the mix. Tyler, the creator.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Lana Del Rey. Sorry.
I don't personally really enjoy Coachella anymore, so I'd rather talk about Stagecoach.
All right. Well, that's it for that topic.
I've seen some good people. I mean, even who was Beyonce's performance was insane, right?
Yeah. No.
and I
my
don't
favorite
really
of all
listen to
time
Beyonce,
have
but-
probably been the Dr. Dre Tupac hologram. I thought was just because Eminem, 50 Cent, Dr. Dre, like everyone came for that.
That one was gnarly. That one actually was pretty scary for me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
And then
I was there. It was nuts.
the other one, what was the other big? Red Hot Chili Peppers way back in the day.
Did we go to that together, or did we not know each other then?
No, that was
Tupac? That was before we knew each other.
Yeah,
Wow.
the dark times. But yeah, kind of cool. We are kind of more Stagecoach guys. I can thank Brock for that. I transitioned
We've had some
to
fun.
Stagecoach.
Yeah. No, there's some great artists I'd definitely like to see at Coachella, but the reason I like more, you know, I lean more towards Coachella, obviously. I mean, Stagecoach. Obviously, I love country music, but
Yeah.
to me, what it's always felt like is Coachella is a bunch of different genres and different stuff, which is fun, right? And there's different crowds of people, but when you go to Stagecoach, it's like everyone's there for the same type of music, and it's not as big,
Definitely
but
smaller.
it's kind of all the same vibe, right? And so I feel like you go in and you get a consistent good time versus Coachella is kind of like, at times it's fun, but if like the two people you want to see that day are across the field playing at the same time, it's like, and then all you have is other people that you don't know or don't enjoy as much, and then you get interesting people, and I just feel like Stagecoach is more chill. I think it's more of a good time personally. But
Yeah, you're rolling the dice a little bit more with Coachella on like who you can get to in time, for sure.
yeah, but both great.
I wanted to give a quick shout out to Benny Blanco and Selena Gomez. They were seen at the Lakers game courtside together, and I thought it was the one I was at with Pops and Little Bro, but I think it was like a few games after. But Benny is a great guy, and he's the man. Shout out Benny.
You said you met him, you know him?
Yeah, a couple times. Yeah, he's a good dude.
That's cool.
It's fun seeing him out there. And next time he's at a Laker game, I gotta.
Yeah, they seem like they're really in love. Are they engaged or?
I think
Just
I
like-
thought this was more of like a. Obviously, I don't know for sure, but I think this was more of like a new thing. I want to say. Maybe can anyone else help us in the chat with that?
I'm sure they will.
Yeah, we'll get. Yeah, Selena's great. But okay, so that was just a quick shout out I wanted to give to Benny. But big news in entertainment. Tom Cruise signs a deal with Warner Brothers to develop and produce original and franchise films. This is a pretty big deal. It's a non-exclusive setup, so he can still make, all the other stuff with Paramount and, everything he's doing. But if you think about it, with Warner Brothers, Tom Cruise did Edge of Tomorrow, Interview with a Vampire, Eyes Wide Shut, Rock of Ages, Risky Business. So, like, he's had an incredible career with them. And, I'm excited about this. I think Tom Cruise is crushing it right now. And, I'm really excited to see what they get going with this. What do you think, Brock?
Yeah, I'm curious if they have anything in mind in the moment, but regardless of your view on Tom Cruise, whatever it may be, personally, he's, I think, one of the most talented, and definitely the most talented, stunt actor, but actors in the world, just based off, one, his body of work, two, his craft, he's incredible, and then what he's able to do physically and stunt-wise is nobody can even touch him.
Yeah.
So as far as like entertaining and films go, that's amazing. Just to know that Tom Cruise is going to keep making awesome movies is pretty great, in my opinion.
Real quickly in the chat, thanks for stopping in, Maggie. Appreciate it.
And Chanel, thank you for the what's that called? The super chat.
Oh, did you?
Tip,
sorry, I missed it. Oh man. Yeah, Chanel
thank
Blackwell
you so
for
much.
$10. Thanks for the heads up on the live. Of course, we that's something that we should be on every time. So I'm gonna do a better job of doing that every single time, and we're gonna do a lot more lives for sure. But thank you. Thank you. But yeah, no, I really do think that's a big deal for Hollywood right now, coming out of the strikes, and they need their best people making their best films, and this is Warner Brothers and Tom Cruise. So like, I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be good for the industry, and we'll keep everyone posted on movies that they do.
And if anybody watching is in casting, directing, producing, it, give me a holler. I'm ready.
Yeah, if they need a writer or an indie producer, holler at Studio 22. We're literally shouting out ourselves. I love it. Let's see. Oh, SpaceX launched another Starlink satellite from California. They are going to tomorrow morning to improve, I guess, Starlink's coverage in our state, which would be great.
Especially since I just got it.
I remember you telling me about that, right?
Yeah.
So you got it for like camping and stuff, right? Like,
Yeah.
how does it work?
It's pretty cool. So it's got the dish. I got the Roam version. You can pay for different types of service. You get the dish, and it has like a 150-foot cable, and you put it out in the middle of nowhere without obstructions, and then you plug that into the modem, and then that just goes into a power source, and then once you do that, it finds the satellites, kind of adjusts itself to find them, and then you have full service in the middle of nowhere.
So, sorry.
It was the only way I stay connected when I went camping over New Year's.
Hell yeah, dude. This they're actually doing it at midnight tonight. And
really?
You can watch on SpaceX X account, Twitter account.
Have you ever seen the satellites, the space or the Starlink satellites, I think?
I've seen some of the launches and videos of they're pretty cool.
I saw them months and months ago. I was in Texas, and there was a line of like 20 of them, and you swear you think it's UFOs.
They look like
and then you Google it, and it's Starlink satellites, because they're all in a row going through the sky. It's kind of crazy to see.
Hell yeah, we should watch it tonight from the blackjack table. It will be the 18th launch and landing for this particular booster, according to SpaceX mission description. launching out of Vandenberg Space Force Base on Wednesday, midnight. Hell yeah. And that's pretty cool. Here's kind of a cool thing.
Train.
A little tip and trick for, around the house. People right now, and by the way, I did this and I love it. People right now are taking charcoal and putting it around their homes because charcoal, they have like charcoal toothpaste that's incredible to get stains off and keep them clean. Charcoal has like a very strong antioxidant in it, like a filtration system built into its like molecular structure. So like charcoal is very, very good at keeping your air clean in your home, and people are getting pretty crazy with it and putting it around their homes and stuff to keep their air quality because it can help with mold and allergens and pollutants and pet allergies. So it's kind of cool. A little tip. Rowan, I want to get that right. Charcoal is the best toothpaste and stuff, 100%. And it looks kind of cool too because it's like black in your mouth and you're like, it's different. It doesn't seem like toothpaste.
Yeah, 2 of my water filters, Berkey filters, are charcoal.
Oh, no way.
And they last for years.
There you go. I bet you could use that in like camp. You take it camping or something, right?
You can filter pretty much anything through it, and it comes out amazing. And yeah, like I said, lasts for years, but it's a really incredible filtration system. Those Berkeys are really cool.
What's it called? Berkey?
Berkey. Yeah. I got I think it's a 4.5 gallon and then a 1.5 gallon for the truck. Put in the trailer, yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's just nice, if you're out and there's a stream or something like that, you can drink fresh water. I always recommend with camping and stuff like that to have at least 2 to 3 sources of water or water filtration systems. You can get those life straws and stuff like that too, but the Berkeys are really good. Worst case, not even worst case, but last case is always boil it. Is usually pretty safe.
Like iodine tablets?
Iodine's
like
good
that?
too. It just tastes horrible.
It does. I remember doing that camping when I was younger.
That Yosemite and everything. You're like, ugh. But there's a bunch of different ways to do it.
Gina, Dean Devlin, and Jerry Bruckheimer, amazing producers. Oh, for sure. Bruckheimer, he's done great films. And Rowan, it's Rowan like the tree. Thank you for correcting me there.
Thank you for educating me because I didn't know there was a tree. That was Rowan. That's awesome.
Yeah, Jennifer, and the black teeth look funny. Yeah, for sure. It's fun. It's like when you eat a bunch of candy and your mouth like turns purple. Oh, so are you, Will. Thank you, Gina. I'm working on it. Got some good stuff coming up. Excited to share it very, very soon. Brock.
Yes.
What are you most excited about this month? How are you doing on your New Year's resolutions? Like we promised everyone we would be good with.
What I'm most excited about is to eat this dinner with Gino in an hour once we do this podcast.
Food on the mind.
I haven't really eaten today. I've been driving. But no, been good. Been working on a script, which is one of the things I really wanted to work on too. And then been pretty good with I could definitely read more of the Bible. That's definitely something.
Oh yeah, how's the Bible stuff going?
It's been good. I watched this really cool. I almost got hit in the face. Felt like.
Come on, Spencer.
It's funny because in the camera,
I'm gonna get a water
looks
real
closer
quick.
than it really is. But I watched this sermon, and the whole lesson was really amazing with this Swedish pastor. Actually, he came in as a guest speaker, and he was talking about the whole premise of it was I stand for truth even if I stand alone. And kind of sticking with that with like a really awesome moral compass, and he's talking about David and Goliath, right? And so David stood up to Goliath and stood alone, right? So even if it's scary and you do it alone, and the funny thing is too, he had some really good lessons about and stories about people doing that, and then more people coming along, right? So it's just step into your faith and having courage and stuff like that. But it's been good. It's been good, man. Been praying a lot too. So kind of just surrendering and trusting that everything's going to work out the way it's supposed to. And it's been good. It feels like a weight being lifted off, you know, and it feels like everything we're doing is, you know, all in the right direction, and it feels right, and we're getting to where we need to go. And I'm just excited. Life is good. Can't complain.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I love that truth kind of metaphor, that truth statement.
I could be better with the workout, so.
It's truth is, it's like, what do they say? Sunlight is the best disinfectant. Like shedding the light of consciousness onto a problem or an issue, just the truth will set you free, right? There's like a million sayings like that where it's all about the truth. I love it. I'm not really articulating it well right now, but all good. It's
which is funny because I was like, here Will goes again, sounding like a genius, and I sound like a
I fumbled
third grader.
Nah, dude. Nah.
Yeah, but what about you? How's your resolutions going? How's everything over there? We've spent quite a few of the first days of the year together.
We have, yeah. We've
Played
been
some good
traveling,
golf
playing some golf. Oh my gosh, Brock's golf game has improved a ton. I'm really proud of him. He's crushing the ball. No, dude, it's tough. Yeah, dude, I'm stoked for you. You're at that stage of a golfer where your improvements are going to be exponential for a bit, and dude, it's crazy when he connects with the ball. He's pounding it. There were some holes where I'm like looking at our drives in the fairway, like, hey, you're getting a little too close to me with these drives.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be the good golfer here. Brock's showing me up.
You are
But
the
no,
golfer. I might have had a good couple of swings, but you definitely are the good golfer out of the two of us.
No, dude. I'm trying to give you a huge compliment. I love you. You're good at golf now. You love it. You're playing well, and I love to see it. Because dude, it's all about golf. Is like, do you want to invest the time into getting better or not? Because it's a linear correlation with time spent golfing and how well you play. And you're playing a lot and you're enjoying it. And my grandfather told me this when I was young. Golf is, you have to enjoy the struggle. If you don't enjoy the struggle, you won't ever figure it out, right?
That's what I felt like, even though it was, 37 degrees or 42 degrees with a bit of a wind. At least it wasn't the 20, 30 miles an hour they were talking about, but that we thought it was going to be. But even when it was cold, I think that was the most I've enjoyed golf, just playing with you our second day.
Yeah.
Because like even the days I was or the things that I missed or I really messed up, and let's just say I had like on a par 5, right? When I did an amazing drive right to the center of the fairway.
The drive in the wood.
And then it was a 5-iron.
5 driving,
And it was
5
right.
iron.
It was right up there, and then I messed up my my 60. But normally you can get really upset about that, and for me, I was just fired up. I just had 2 awesome swings, and then I messed up again, and I'm like, that part sucks. but it's not normally. I think what I'm trying to say is I was more enjoyable, and I wasn't getting caught up on the misses. I was just having fun the whole time, and
Dude.
it didn't carry over to the next hole or the next swing or the next putt or whatever. And I think that's exactly it. It's like, okay, well, you made a mistake. That's like life. How do we show up and do better the next time around, right? And exactly what you're saying. Like, there's people that there's an athleticism factor that comes into golf that can help expedite your ability, but at the end of the day, it's time in. It's 10,000 hours. The more time you spend in with golf, the better you're gonna, and the more consistent and often you do it, you're just gonna get better. I feel like there's almost no way around it unless you just really
play.
Yeah, unless you really just don't put any effort in, I guess.
That's the right mindset, dude. Like, you focus on the good shots and you forget the bad ones. Jack Nicklaus said, I'm the best putter in the world. And the reporter goes, why? And he goes, I have selective amnesia. I've forgotten every putt I've ever missed. Right? So, like,
So he made
And
everyone.
that, you nailed it, right? You're like, I was focused on the 2 good shots I hit, right? Like, that's what it's all about.
Which means if I have selective amnesia, I have never missed a shot, guys.
Right. There we go.
It's such a fun sport, man. It's really it's so it's like so particular. Like you mess up or you're off just a centimeter in your swing, or with the club face being open just a little bit, and it'll go tens and tens of yards, 10s, 20s, 30s of yards in the wrong direction, or not far at all, or what. And it's like that thing. So when you do get it right, and then when you get it right more consistently, it's like the best feeling ever, because you're like, I put in the work, I put in the time, and now I'm seeing the results of that, and it feels great, because you're like, it's not easy to do.
Nope.
You're off by a centimeter, and it takes you off by 10 or 100 feet plus sometimes, but it's to getting to that point where you can find that sweet spot, and it's so much fun.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Um,
Are we gonna go golf? I want to go in the morning now.
Night golf.
We do a little 6 a.m.er.
We no, yeah. So I guess as we kind of transition into the podcast coming up, like we're kind of
Go ahead.
what's up, Spence?
Trying to
okay.
test in the light.
Oh, okay. How we looking?
It did not help me in any way, shape, or form, but it works. At least it turns on.
Nothing better than just like a bright light right in your face.
Well, I did that last night. They had me take all these photos at the Astro Awards.
Oh yeah,
HCA
how was
Awards.
it?
It was fun, man. It was cool. I'd never been to that, and it's kind of newer. It's like 6 years old, I think. But a lot of really good, talented people. Like pretty much, I think the whole cast from The Boys was there, just about.
Oh, cool.
They won a bunch of awards.
Was Patrick there for Gen V
I don't know.
or the main show?
Yeah, it was the main show
Okay.
that I saw, but it could have been. And there's a bunch of people from all these incredibly awesome shows, and I wasn't even a part of any of them. And I go downstairs to what they call like the winners room, where they go and they get there. They take some photos, do some interviews, get some gift bags, stuff like that. But I went down, and one of the photographers recognized me and had me come step in for all these photos. And then next thing I knew, I'm holding puppies, and Petco was sponsoring, one of the sponsors, and they had all these puppies up for adoption, and there was this little husky that they handed me, dude. It was unreal. So like I just fell in love with this little puppy and was hanging out with her all night.
Speaking of puppies, where's the puppy?
Where's Penny at? But the event was really nice. It was fun to see friends and meet some new people and connect with people. Dude, there was one of the videographers that was shooting the interviews downstairs was like, no way, man. He pulls up his phone and shows a photo of me from 2015 doing workouts on the beach for some German TV show.
Really?
Yeah, it was like one of the first interviews when I started popping off on Instagram. But he was the guy that shot it, and he's like, it's so funny that we're running into each other again.
How cool is that?
Yeah. Was that 8 years ago now? 9 years? Jeez.
Was that the GQ one you did in Germany? Is that the one? No?
I did that one yeah, those are GQ events, and I did a bunch of stuff out there with them, but I actually did one at Runyon Canyon with GQ. They braided my hair up all ridiculous, just to be different. But I can't remember what it was. I think it was... Yeah, it's too long ago for me to remember what network it was, but I mean, it was amazing. I got to do a lot of work and got to travel. I've been to Germany probably 10 plus times now, and made films out there and done GQ awards and a lot of really cool stuff. Germany's it's very different going to a smaller country, because like you come here and there's so many A-list talent people. So you go to GQ Awards and you're like standing next to, Snoop Dogg and Margot Robbie and, Gal Gadot and everywhere. Then you go there and they're there too, but there's not as many people. And I feel like, to me, it was like when I was early on in my career, it gave me a taste of like what it feels like to actually be famous, I guess I could say. but everyone's it's more like inclusive, and it's a really great place to network. A lot of those places overseas in Europe too. And then it's fun running into friends. Like when you run into a friend on a carpet that you don't know is going to be there in a different country, or like at an event or something like that, it's crazy. You're like, what are the chances that we're both here? It's pretty cool.
Dude, I'm glad it went well. That's great.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun event.
I have a question.
Good.
So like that Warner Brothers Tom Cruise stuff, what would be the number one movie you'd want Tom Cruise and Warner Bros. To make?
Dang. I mean, would it be in line? Would it be in line with something?
Anything. Yeah, anything. Even if it's like a Paramount IP or something.
Yeah. I mean, are they doing another Top Gun?
I probably.
Ah, man, I don't know. You said Interview with the Vampire. That's one of my favorite movies.
Oh yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. When was the last time we saw, Brad and Tom on the screen together? I can't think. I don't know.
They did a reboot of that, didn't they?
It was a show.
A show?
Okay. It was very different, but I actually enjoyed it. I didn't think I would, but I did enjoy that. And then, yeah, I don't know. What would it be? It would be, I would obviously want him to do some kind of big action. I'm trying to think if there's like some video game, like, War of the Worlds or maybe not even War of the Worlds, the Day After Tomorrow, like type thing, but like something like that. Not that stuff, but is there like I'm thinking not this, but like in the realm of like God of War or something like that. I want to see him take on some crazy maybe video game IP that everybody's been dying to see.
Oh, Gina, anything with Brock in it and Will is one of the producers. Now we're talking.
Let's go.
Now we're talking. I love it.
We should make that a goal before the end of the year. Find a project outside of what we're already doing to develop together. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we do have
we do have
a lot we're
right?
developing. Yeah. Heck yeah. 4:45. We're doing good on time.
We do another 5 minutes, maybe 5-10 minutes.
Yeah. We covered. Oh, here we go. We have a special guest.
We might be able to get me in a kill at one point, guys. Yes.
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
Hey-o.
How you doing, bro?
Special guest coming in. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, Penny's coming in hot. Penny's saying hi.
Good to see you. Well, I know you
Gino in the house.
Hard, so I wanted to bring you a nice photo.
Oh, you're joking, dude.
Right?
Holy.
Nice crust
That's
to it.
amazing. I was just
Gotta
talking
get a
about how
camera
hungry I
on
am,
that.
too,
Right?
bro.
So you get to eat a little.
Thank you, bro.
And then we'll continue.
Let's do it.
Here, I'll try to get a better view of it.
Yeah, so that's Gino, everybody. We're doing the podcast with him, and we'll get after it. We're about to have some.
Look at that guy right
Okay, stop showing it to them and let me have some, bro.
Dude, chat.
Who said it in the chat? Someone just said in the chat, pizza sounds amazing right now. I saw that. I know you couldn't hear anything I just said because Spencer's beating up my
Cheers.
case over there.
Cheers. Brocky.
Oh, let's go.
Here, I'll hold it.
Yeah, I'm trying not to get the biggest one. Oh, it's so good. It's now turned into an ASMR. Is that what it's called?
I don't know. Perfect transition into our next segment. Oh yeah.
That is so good. That's insane. Who's the guy that does all the pizza ratings?
Oh yeah. Barstool.
Barstool Sports. Yeah, the guy who owns Barstool.
Jay Portnoy.
That's it. I think he would. That would be high nines. High nines.
Portnoy, yeah.
Yep.
Portnoy's giving this a
Yeah.
10 out of 10. Well, heck yeah. We're about to do a fun pod with Gino, and we're actually going to have a quick turnaround on it. We're going to film it and probably release it, if not a week from today, definitely by 2 weeks from today. So we'll have a quick turnaround on it, and It's gonna be something new and fun, and we're excited to
See if I can do this.
shoot it and film it with you, film it and share it with you guys.
We got a lot of different. I just want to show you guys a little BTS. Spencer's back there. You kind of see all the cameras. Wilbur.
Heyo.
But yeah, we're gonna dive in. We're gonna shoot this a little different. We're gonna have a handheld little thing. Maybe some stuff with GoPro. It's gonna look really cool. Gino's the man. This is just gonna be fun. We're gonna have some fun for the next hour and a half. Our
own little like chef's table.
There it is.
But yeah, thank you.
I'm not trying
everybody.
to rush off so I can eat pizza, but I'm trying to rush off so I can eat pizza, guys.
I appreciate everyone tuning in. We'll definitely have more warnings on live streams in the future, and do them more often. So
Yeah.
thank you guys. Brock, final word.
See you when I see you. You
That
guys
works.
have a great rest of your night, and thanks for popping on, and we will see you on the next one.